changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Yeah. And you ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the pain shouldn't last. If you can move on and past the things that make you feel bad, and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before, and man, I'm not perfect.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving. You can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Hello friends, it is Chelsea and welcome on back for day 2 of my Christmas gift to you. That sounds so ridiculous. Like I'm being so generous by getting videos caught up on my channel. Anyway, for this particular week we used the Magic Class Kit from Planner Pixie Co. This is the printable version. I printed it on my glossy paper, and so the ink keeps smudging on the paper. Like every time, because I have this bad habit of like brushing my hand across every sticker that I lay down, and I can't do that with my glossy paper. I did use a little bit of a foil bundle situation that I had left over. I think it was in silver, and I want to say it was from Scribble Prints Co. And I probably have the remains somewhere. Yeah, that looks like Scribble Prints Co. Date dots. But anyway, for this week, what happened this week? Oh, so Monday, it was really exciting. We woke up to snow, which I think we were expecting the snow. But I don't think we were expecting the amount of snow that we got. And it literally melted by the end of the day. But we had a snow day. So the school was canceled for the kids. Now, normally with our positions as secretaries, I'm talking about myself and some of my coworkers. Normally we have to work. Like even if the kids don't have school, we have to work. However, the nice thing is this particular day, the kids didn't have to do any learning at all. They just had a snow day. And because they have a few built-in snow days peppered throughout the year, throughout the school schedule for the year. And so this was, they had like a makeup day put in for, I think, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we will be going to school on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. But my boss, my supervisor, whatever you want to call her, she says, since the kids don't have to have e-learning or virtual or whatever, she goes, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and go home. And I was like, wait, really? So yeah, that was exciting. I ended up working until about 10 Did I leave at 10? I might have left at 10 or 11. So I had a pretty short day. It was awesome. I did have to make a return for my sister. She had bought some scrubs from the Cherokee website, I think, and they were way too big on her. So I did that, and then I just did a bunch of cleaning because I had the opportunity to do so. On Tuesday, we returned to work. Like I said, the snow melted pretty much instantaneously, so we went back to work. I had a nasty headache, I think just because of the weather. My head's been really upset because of the weather here recently. It is what it is. I don't know who's out there honking. I don't even know if you could hear that. If you couldn't, then you're probably wondering what the hell I'm talking about. It's okay. On Tuesday, I got Grim Coven delivered, which was a game that I had backed on GameFound, like a year and a half ago. And I talked about this in a Plan With Me previously, but so one of the pieces arrived and it was broken, and then another piece was missing, or so I thought. So they emailed me back finally, and they were like, well, have you tried gluing it back together? I'm like, I just opened the box. Why do I need to glue this shit back together? And then, yeah, so they were like, well, did you try gluing it back together? And then they said, the thing that I thought was missing was apparently part of a promo that I didn't buy. And I'm like, okay. So basically they told me to fuck off in so many words. Yeah. And then Tuesday night, Wednesday, I was in my feelings. I don't remember why. It's not because my game was fucked up. And then I finished a book on Wednesday. We had McDonald's for lunch, or for dinner, excuse me. Thursday was a very unproductive day. So I went to work and read a book, or started reading a book. And honestly, I think that was about the extent of the day. I think I may have come home and watched YouTube and stuff like that. Friday, these past few weeks were pretty challenging just mentally. And so I put a TGIF because, yeah. And in the morning, my dog Charlie came upstairs and we had some snuggles. And of course, I felt like an asshole for leaving her. But I had to. Did some reading, did some editing, took a shower, all of the things. Saturday, I had coffee and YouTube time in the morning. That's pretty much standard. Like every morning, I get myself a cup of coffee and then go watch YouTube. I did some laundry, and then I had some planning time. I think I was just trying to get some planning actually caught up because I hadn't worked on it throughout the week. And then I actually, so my friend had asked if I could come out and spend the night at his house with their dog. Because they were going out of town, which they went to a hockey game, which I was very salty about, but like obviously somebody needed to watch the girl, so I was nice enough to do that for them. And she was so confused why I was still there. And she got mad because like my friend was like, yeah, she normally goes to bed at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and like I could not sleep because they live out in the country and it's so quiet at their house. I couldn't sleep. So I of course played with her, did some reading. I was watching Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer series with, what's his name? Evan Peters, I think is his name. And I just could not sleep. And don't tell me it was because I was scared, because I'm not scared. I could hear my thoughts because it was so quiet in their house. They live out in the country and there's no noise. Like I live in town, there's noise pollution. I have a fan, like all of the things. So I was watching Ghost Adventures, and like I said, she was getting really mad with me because it got to be like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I was still awake, and she was like, it's time for bed. And then she didn't sleep all night, and then she woke me up at 2 a.m. barking. Just randomly. Just boo. And I was like, what in the hell? I'm thinking I'm going to get murdered. No. And then Sunday was 10 years without our boy. We had a dog. He was a mega mutt, but he had like chow and shepherd and stuff in him. He was the best boy ever. And unfortunately I had to put him to sleep because he just wasn't, I don't know, he was just not in the best of health at the end there. And so we decided to do the nice thing, which unfortunately meant that we had to let him go. Anyways, like I said, Freya woke me up at 7. I did some reading. I played with her some more. And then I went home. And then my mom and I did some meal planning. And we got coffee. And then we went to Goodwill. And then we went to Walmart. And I had coffee and YouTube. Because I didn't get it in the morning. I was going through withdrawals. And then I had a headache. Because of course I did. Because I slept like shit on a couch that isn't made for sleeping. Anyway, I don't know where we are in the video. I've lost track of time. I got interrupted. All the things. Yeah. So thanks for watching. And until I see you next time, bye-bye.